Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Friday Night Frenzy. Thankfully, there was no rain this time, but it sure did feel like fall tonight, and the Week 2 action starts in West Ishpeming. The Patriots hosting the Mountaineers tonight, both teams coming off Week 1 victories, and Westwood picked up right where they left off last weekend. Nate Beckman wastes no time to find the end zone. He puts his team up 6-0 less than 3 minutes into the game. The Patriots recovered a fumble on the kickoff, and they turned it into points. Beckman to Taylor Delangelo for 6, and Westwood jumps out to a 12-0 lead 4 minutes into the game. Later on in the first quarter, Iron Mountain trying to get something good going. Marcus Johnson launches downfield, but Tony Fierro can't get control. That would have been a game changer if he caught that. A few minutes later, Westwood showing no signs of slowing down. This 31-yard catch by Eric Anderson sets up this. A 3-yard touchdown run by Ashton Bergman, and Westwood increases its lead to 18-0 with just under 5 to go in the first quarter. Different quarter, though, same Bergman. This time it's a 10-yard touchdown run. The 2-point conversion was good, 26-0. Patriots early in the second quarter. Following another fumble recovery on the kickoff, Beckman connects with Anderson again, this time for the touchdown. Make that 34-0 Patriots. Westwood has yet to give up points this season, but that changes right here on this play. Johnson airs it out, and Charlie Gerhardt hauls it in. Iron Mountain gets rid of its goose egg. 34-7 is the score early in the second quarter. That was the score at halftime, and that is the final from West Ishpeming. The Patriots improved to 2-0 on the season with a 34-7 win over Iron Mountain. To the scoreboards now, Bark River Harris hosting West Iron County, and the Wycons came out on top 28-7. The Flivers in Wisconsin tonight, and they were shut out 35-0. And after some weather delays, Hancock leads Gogebic 26-6 after 3 quarters. Getting back to the action now, the Hematites hosting Lake Linden Hubble. Ishpeming coming off a 52-0 win over Manistee in Week 1, but it's the Lakes who strike first in Week 2. The only thing between Kellen Klein and the end zone is, well, nothing. Klein takes it to the house for the first points of the game. The Lakes go up early. A little later on, the Hematites have an answer, though. Look at that block by number 62, but it's number 17, Hunter Smith, who finds the end zone. The Hematites lead 8-6 following the 2-point conversion. And from here on out, it was all blue and white. Smith with the block, Gavin Sundberg with the touchdown. Ishpeming extends its lead to 10 late in the first quarter, and the Hematites' run game was too much for Lake Linden. Matt Trawick avoids the tackle, and that's 6 more points for the Hematites. Ishpeming racked up 416 rushing yards on 46 carries on their way to their first win of the season. 38-12 is the final from Ishpeming. And back to the scoreboards, Alpena beat Sault Ste. Marie 12-6. Norway beat the Mustangs at home 34-8. In the loss, though, Anthony Matson had 5 catches for 92 yards, and on defense he had 16 tackles, 2 for loss, 1 interception, 1 forced fumble, 1 blocked kick, and 2 passes defended. That kid was all over the field, and an 8-man Rudyard won at home 20-14. Back to the action once again, taking it down to Escanaba. This time, the Northmen of Petoskey in town. Early in the first quarter, 3rd and 2 for Petoskey, and Jack Schomock, the ball carrier, and he takes his defender with him into the end zone. The Northmen strike first. It's 7-0. A little later on, it's Schomock again. This time he breaks free in the open field before getting tripped up near the 40-yard line. Escanaba just saved themselves a larger deficit there. A nice run by the senior. Escanaba's turn to get something going on offense. A bobble on the snap doesn't faze Craig Kameen. He fights off every defender. That's what it looks like, and finds Joshua Brenchens downfield for the huge gain. The Eskimos can't do anything with that. It's still 7-0 Petoskey in the second quarter, and Parker Arms turns on the Jets and avoids the late tackle to fall into the end zone for 6 more. The Northmen extend their lead to 14, but don't count the Eskimos out just yet. They start making some noise towards halftime. Here, Kameen finds Jared Nash, and he runs it down to the 10 before getting clipped. Escanaba would go on to pull off the comeback. The Eskimos held the Northmen scoreless in the second and used a 67-yard touchdown run and 2-point conversion to get a 15-14 win over Petoskey.